Just wanted to let everyone know about a Menace Under Otari game that Gary converted for DC20 on it starts July 15th at 8 o'clock p.m. If you're interested in joining, we're still looking for 2 to 3 more players. And it's only 3 sessions. First session is session 0. You guys get to make characters in DC20 and kind of get into the dungeon a little bit. And then you'll have just 2 days of gameplay. So it's a short little delve that you can get to play DC20 characters from level 1 and level 2. So have so much fun, guys. Enjoy your gaming.
Hey guys, welcome to our newest concept called Quick Rest, where we do bite sized content that will be linked later into a longer video. This series is going to be focused on weapons, specifically what marshals can do with them in DC20, D&D 5e, and Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And this video will be focused in on the axe. So let's take a look at the weapon rack and see what we can do with an axe. The first one that we're going to look at is the D&D 5th edition version. This is from the 2024 Player's Handbook. The weapon mastery for the great axe, for example, is Cleave. Cleave is going to allow you to make another attack roll against a target that's within 5 feet of the original target and still within reach of your weapon. So this is good. You're going to have the potential to deal damage to an extra target. And in D&D, the weapon masteries can be applied to every attack. So every attack that you make with a weapon that has the cleave mastery, if you have that mastery, you can make the extra attacks. The downside to it is that you don't add your ability modifier to the damage on the second attack unless it's negative. And mechanically, or from a gameplay standpoint, there is the negative that making all of these extra attacks could have the potential to slow down the game. The next one that I wanted to take a look at is the Pathfinder 2nd Edition version, which we see here is a critical specialization. So this one triggers when you make a critical hit in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. That can be by rolling 10 or more over the target's armor class, or if you roll a natural 20 on the die. The difference between this version and the D&D 5e version is the Pathfinder version takes that original attack roll and just compares it to another creature. You're not making another attack roll, so it's not going to slow down the game that way. It's just, would your original roll have hit the second creature? And then it uses the same damage as the dice rolled on the critical. So one thing to note with Pathfinder 2nd Edition is that when you roll critical damage, by rules as written, you roll your dice and you double the result. Also adding in any bonuses like a strength modifier, and then that actually would get double too on a critical. So for this axe critical specialization, you are rolling the damage, adding your modifier, doubling that to the original target, and then if your original attack roll would hit the second target, they're going to take the damage before you doubled it for the critical. The one downside I see to this, although criticals are more prevalent in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, this one is tied to scoring a critical hit, where the D&D 5th Edition one is going to happen every time you hit the target. And the final one to take a look at is the DC20 Weapon Passive. So we see here that the passive is +1 damage against creatures that are bloodied, less than 50% hit points, or bleeding. So bleeding is a condition in DC20. Some some maneuvers can provide the bleeding condition, and bloodied is a condition that will come up often, and you're just going to natively deal extra damage if you are a martial character wielding an axe. I'm just going to put the three of them back up on the screen so that you guys can see them all together. But that's about it for the axe and its ability to be wielded by martials in the three systems. The DC20 version, being a passive, is always active. It doesn't always apply, though, only if the target of your attack is bloodied at 50% hit points or less, or if they have the bleeding condition. Simon says hi. The D&D 5th edition cleave works all the time whenever you hit, and the Pathfinder 2nd edition version is reliant on a critical hit in order to be applied. So that's all I have today. Take care.